So I've been wanting to tell this story for a while, but at the time I only had 60 seconds, and now I have 3 minutes. I worked with this Muslim couple, and nicest people in the world. I mean, who would have thought? I didn't have an opinion on them at the time. And so they came here, I don't know, I think they said like 7 years ago. The guy knew English pretty well. His wife knew maybe a week's worth of English. I worked with her at my job. I worked next to her. I taught her English myself, basically. And, we got to know each other pretty well. And at one point, she asks me if I like peanut butter and jelly. And I said, I mean, it's okay. Why? And she goes, because you bring it every day for lunch. And I said, oh, that's because it's cheap. I'm barely making ends meet here. I need, I got to eat something. So she asked me if I wanted the extra jars of peanut butter that she has, and I'm like, no, 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 it's fine. Don't worry about it. And she goes, no, it's okay. She goes, I have 6 jars. She goes, I don't like peanut butter, and my husband is allergy. I'm like, he's allergic, and you have 6 jars of peanut butter? And she goes, my son, he like it. I mean, if you're not gonna eat it, yeah, I'll have some. And she goes, okay, I bring tomorrow. Okay. So the next day, her husband comes up to me and says, hey, man, I got you the groceries in the car. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So he brings me to the car. There was like 6 grocery bags of stuff. There was the jars of peanut butter, sure, but there was like 3 boxes of cereal, a giant thing of oatmeal. There was a freaking brick of cheese. I want to say as big as a freaking, soda case box. Like a 12 pack or something. And I'm just like, dude, this is too much. And he goes, not too much. He goes, back in my country, if we have a neighbor and he hungry, we feed. And I'm like, all right. I mean, if you're gonna insist, So lunchtime comes, and I was gonna go and spend $5 and get a couple slices of pizza. I checked my bank account. I was negative $50. I'm like, well, I got cereal and cheese to munch on at lunch. So I was a little depressed. I'm eating lunch. All of a sudden, the guy comes up again. I'm in my car. He knocks on my window. I open up the window, and he had something in a foil, and I'm like, and he goes, hey man, he goes, you want? He goes, it's just egg on bagel. He goes, I make for my wife, but she not eat. And I'm like, all right. I mean, if no one's gonna eat it, so he goes, hey, no problem, and he walks away. I'm looking at this thing I have in my hand, and I'm like, I got my lunch. These guys are the best in the world. I just want to cry right now. After that, I told them, if anybody gives you issues for being Muslim, let me know. I'll talk to them.